There's a quote that reads, "You become what you do repeatedly." This is known as the law of repetition. But why does this work? And why should you care? Well, everything in life happens because of repetition. Every habit, skill, idea, belief, thought, and behavior is formed through repetition. And since your brain is just a collection of your habits, your brain gets shaped by repetition. In other words, you shape your brain by doing certain things over and over again until they become part of who you are. And because your identity dictates your destiny, the more you repeat something, the more it becomes true for you. In this video, we will discuss 6 points about the law of repetition and how to use them to improve yourself. By the end of the video, you will understand why becoming great isn't about a single moment of inspiration, but rather about consistent effort over time. Point 1. The danger of small actions. Most people don't give much thought to their everyday choices, especially the smaller ones. They think to themselves, "What's the big deal? It's just one little thing." However, all those seemingly insignificant choices compound over time and eventually add up to create your future. You see, your identity is built upon every decision you make, no matter how small. If you choose to eat unhealthy food every day because it's convenient, then the choice stops being a choice and it becomes who you are. And so it goes with everything else in life. The fact is, every choice you make every day determines whether you're moving forward, backward, or staying in the same place. The problem is, most men don't realize this, and therefore, waste years of their lives repeating bad decisions over and over again. Point 2. Habits of great men. Greatness is often born out of monotony. It takes time, effort, and consistency to master anything worthwhile. Most people don't understand this and therefore never try to build any meaningful skills. Others know this and yet still fail because they lack the discipline required to stay consistent. History is full of men who were considered great at what they did. However, if you look closely at their daily habits, you'll notice that each of these men had established an effective routine long before they became successful. For example, Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors, wrote his personal journal every day. Bruce Lee, the martial arts expert, worked tirelessly on perfecting his craft. Kobe Bryant, legendary basketball player, practiced shooting hoops hundreds of times per day. All of these men understood the importance of excellence, and they applied it to their daily lives. Excellence is not random, nor is it ever accidental. It's always the result of someone repeating some behaviors over and over again until they become second nature. And that's exactly what you have to do if you want to achieve greatness yourself. Point 3. The myth of motivation. Motivation is a myth. At least, that's what most successful people say, and although it sounds depressing, there's a lot of truth to it. You see, motivation can be unreliable and inconsistent, but your discipline is always there. The difference between the two is simple. Discipline means doing what you need to do even when you don't feel like it. Motivation means doing what you want to do. In other words, motivation is the fuel that gets you started. Discipline is what keeps you going. You may start off very motivated and full of enthusiasm, but as time goes on, that motivation will fade away and you'll be left with nothing but your discipline to keep you going. That's why it's crucial to learn how to rely on your discipline and not your emotions. Progress doesn't come from feeling inspired. It comes from taking action. So don't wait for motivation to strike. Just go out there and do it. Show up even when you don't feel like it. That's where progress is made. 4. Daily deaths and rebirths. Every day you get the opportunity to die and be reborn. Now, this isn't some religious metaphor, but a simple statement of fact. Every day is a fresh start, a new opportunity to kill the person you were yesterday and become a better version of yourself. When you wake up in the morning, you have the chance to leave behind the bad habits, the destructive thoughts, and the limiting beliefs that held you back the day before. This is your opportunity to start over and become the man you want to be. You may ask yourself, but how can I do that? Well, it starts with small steps. Kill the negative thoughts that tell you you're not good enough. Kill the bad habits that keep you from progressing. Kill the lazy parts of you that would rather stay in bed all day than go after your dreams. And with each passing day, you come back to life with renewed vigor and determination. This cycle continues until you reach your goals and become the man you were meant to be. The path to greatness is paved with daily deaths and rebirths. Embrace it. 5. Identity through action. You are not your dreams, your goals, your wishes, or even your thoughts. You are what you do. And here's the key point. It's not just what you do, but it's also how often you do it. For example, you might say, "I am a hardworking man." But if you don't actually put in the work, that statement is just hot air. Similarly, you may believe that you're a disciplined individual, but if you don't consistently follow through on your commitments, you're only fooling yourself. You see, your identity is determined by your actions, not your thoughts. You are not who you think you are. You are who you act. And that's why it's important to take action every day, even if it's just a little bit. Don't worry about being perfect, just focus on being consistent. Keep working hard and keep showing up. because over time, your actions will define who you are. This is the essence of the law of repetition. Your thoughts and dreams are meaningless unless you put in the work to make them a reality. You don't have to be extraordinary, you just have to be consistent, and that's within your grasp right now. Number 6. Become who you want to be. The world is full of men who want to change. They dream of becoming better versions of themselves, but it never happens. Why? Because they never take the first step. You have to stop thinking about who you want to be and start acting like it. Take the first step, then the next one, and keep going until you reach your destination. Becoming great isn't about waiting for the perfect timing. It's about creating your own timing. You must decide who you want to be and then work hard to make it happen. Remember, you are defined by your actions, not your intentions. So don't just sit around and think about who you want to be. Go out there and start living that life today. As Tony Robbins once said, if you really want to do something, you find a way. If you don't, you find an excuse. Don't be a man who finds excuses. Be a man who finds a way. Stop dreaming about who you want to be and start living it. Live it every day through your actions, through your habits. These will define who you are. This is the law of repetition. Follow it and become the man you were meant to be. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love. Until next time.